Win it big. But me, your man, Louie T. Welcome to a brand new episode of the Card Collector Series podcast. I, of course, am your set man, Louie T. Thank you for joining me. If you enjoy this content, do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button for more great content. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. And also hit the like button, as it doesn't cost you a thing, but it does help this channel grow immensely. Also, your comments are vital to the success of these videos and this channel, so I'd appreciate those as well. With that said, we're going to talk about NFL cards in particular today, and since that is the topic of discussion, I thought it was only right that we open up a pack of NFL cards at the end of the show. We open up a pack of cards at the end of every episode. Today, we will rip open a pack of 2021 Elite and look to hopefully unearth a gem or two in here. So 2021 Elite will be the pack of choice at the end of the video. So I wanted to talk about NFL cards in your collection and ones that are missing that you would like to add to your collection. I'm going to tell you my top 5 NFL cards I'd like to add to my collection, and I'd love to hear what are yours. So since I've gotten back into the space, I've become a much bigger NFL card collector. I wasn't a big NFL guy previously, although I did have some NFL cards in my collection, but it wasn't something that I aggressively went after. I was more of a basketball guy, with baseball and comic cards being, somewhere in the background, but I was more of a basketball guy than anything else. Now, since I've come back the second time around, basketball is still number one for me, but football isn't that far behind anymore, with baseball bringing up the rear. And I'm a hunter. You guys know that. I've talked about that in previous podcast episodes, that I am a hunter. I like to open up packs. I like to open up boxes. I like to try and go out and get the cards that I can't see. Hopefully I get lucky and find something in a pack and unearth it that way. I don't really like to go into a shop or into a show and see a card, I call that the auction, and bid on it or buy it. So it's harder when you hunt. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and try to make it seem like the hunt is this glorious, easy path to getting the cards that you want. It's a lot harder. It's hit or miss. But that's part of the chase for me. That's part of the hunt. And it's a part that I really do enjoy quite a bit. With that said, it makes it a lot more difficult to get cards that you want specifically, because no telling how many packs, how many boxes, how many cases you have to go through to actually get to the card that you're seeking. So with that said, there are particular cards that I would love to add to my collection, not necessarily to keep, maybe to sell down the road, but I want them in my collection. I want them in my portfolio. I want to hang them up on my wall. 5 guys in particular, well, 5 cards, and they're actually more than 5, but I reduced the list down to a top 5. I told you NFL cards are all about the quarterbacks. Make no bones about it, okay? I'm not here to sugarcoat. There are great players in the league. They don't hold a candle to quarterback cards. The value is just simply not there. Aaron Donald's rookie, that's cool. It's going to pale in comparison to a Russell Wilson rookie, or an Aaron Rodgers rookie, or a Patrick Mahomes rookie, or a Josh Allen rookie. It doesn't matter. Myles Garrett, exceptional player. Not going to be able to be close. J.J. Watt, same thing. Doesn't matter. MVPs of the league previously, it doesn't matter. Quarterbacks rule the day in the NFL. And so here is my top 5 list of cards that I would like to add to my collection, all of them being rookie cards. Okay, so understand that when I name these cards, I'm talking about rookie cards. So the first one, or number 5, if we're going in sequential order, working our way up to the one I want the most. Number 5 is a trio of cards. And probably the most accessible as of right now for me to get my hands on, but they still eluded me nonetheless. I would love a Burrow, Herbert, and a Kyler Murray rookie. So don't have any of them. I do have a Kyler Murray, but it's a college score rookie. It's hard for me to get really excited about that. And I'm not a big college guy. I prefer my rookie cards to have, the players that have NFL jerseys on, but, I'm not nitpicking. At the end of the day, if it's a legit brand and it's a legit rookie, I'll take it. That said, I don't count that Kyler Murray rookie as a real rookie for me. I want a real Kyler Murray rookie. And there aren't any particular ones that I'm honing in on. Like, I'd love to get a Prism Kyler Murray rookie. That's really what I'm after. And I'm going to go after that more aggressively here in the near future. But right now, I was more focused on trying to get a Burrow or a Herbert. And I've struck out so badly that maybe I do need to just go ahead and try to get that Kyler Murray rookie and move forward before this guy wins an MVP. And then all of those boxes shoot up through the roof, because he was spectacular in week 1 versus the Tennessee Titans, much like he was last year to start the season off when people had Kyler Murray in the MVP discussion. One of these times he's actually going to turn the corner, lead his team to the playoffs, and then all of a sudden those boxes that were so cheap because Dwayne Haskins and some of those other guys brought the value of that box down, it's going to shoot through the roof just because Murray's potentially in there. So I need to go ahead and knock that out before it's too late. Burrow and Herbert, same thing. It's still affordable right now, but it's continuing to climb. And as these guys play football and continue to get better, Burrow and Herbert both were phenomenal in week 1, led their teams to victories. As they continue to play better, the price of those boxes and cases are going to keep climbing. I need to get my hands on those rookies while it's still affordable before things get really astronomical and ridiculous. So those are the first 3 at number 5 for me that I need to really go ahead and find a way to get my hands on. And I'm going to really turn up the heat on all 3 of those guys because they're the closest to me. Number 4 is a guy that you have watched me strike out time and time again going after, but I'm not going to stop. But I took a break. At some point, I'll go back and try to get him, but it's Josh Allen. And you remember, that was a draft that featured Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Baker Mayfield. And so at that time when I was hunting for Allen, I was really, really looking for Allen, but I was going to be okay with coming away with Mayfield and or Jackson as well. And I ended up coming away with multiple Jacksons and a Mayfield, and so I was content. But the goal was to get a Josh Allen. That's what brought me to 18 in the first place. Not the other guys, but Josh Allen. And I didn't come away with the Josh Allen. So I've got to go back to 2018 and try to pin down Josh Allen and add him to the collection. It's a tough hunt. But if I can get a Mahomes, and I've already gotten one, if I can get a Mahomes, I should be able to find a Josh Allen. So I'm going to go ahead and try and make that happen. That's number 4 on my list of cards that I want rookies of. Number 3, card that I want to add to my collection. And I've got some cards that I'm eyeballing, that I'm targeting, that I want to go after. I don't know why I haven't pulled the trigger yet. It's Russell Wilson, 2012 draft. That was really, the Robert Griffin III, Andrew Luck. The value of that draft has been drugged down because Luck's no longer playing. Griffin's out of the league. And it's just Tannehill really and Wilson from that 2012 draft. That said, Wilson has become a superstar in the league. I still think there's a league MVP somewhere in his future. I'd love to get my hands on a Russell Wilson rookie. I'm dying to get my hands on one, actually. And I'm going to start the process of aggressively going after it. I really want to get Herbert and Burrow and Murray out of the way first before I start going way back into time and trying to get, some of these other guys that I'm about to put on this list. I really want to get the guys that are close to me because the value of the cards that I'm going to go chasing in the past, they are what they are. Anytime you start going back 5, 7, 10, 12 years, and anywhere further back, you're going to pay. There's no way around that. But there's still a chance I can get a Murray or a Herbert or a Burrow and not have it kill me in my wallet, not hit me and hammer me in my pockets. That's why I need to go after them. Allen, too. He's not that far off. So I need to get those guys before it's too late, before the value of those cards are pushed up to the point where just buying a box of them is ridiculous. There's no way you're going to go back to 2012 and get a box and not pay for it. So I want to focus on the first, two that that were on the list, the first 4 that were on the list. But Wilson's not that far behind. He's another guy that I really want to go after aggressively, really want to add that to the portfolio and have a Russell Wilson rookie under my belt. Number 2 for me is Aaron Rodgers. Don't have an Aaron Rodgers rookie. Again, that would have been something that I would have. It wasn't in my window. I wasn't a collector, during that time frame, of Rodgers, Wilson, or Allen, or really any of these guys for that matter. I just got back in May or April, one of the two. May. It was May the 17th, I believe. So I just got back in. So none of these guys were in my window. I just missed out. Russell Wilson is a guy that I think is going to be a Hall of Famer, obviously, but I think he's going to be a future league MVP, and I think he may win another Super Bowl before it's all said and done. So I want to get me a Wilson, but Rodgers, I think, still has a good 5 years left in him. If he really, truly wants to play, I think he could have a Brady chapter where he goes somewhere else and wins another Super Bowl. I think that's not something that I would rule out. And when it's all said and done, he'll go down as one of the greatest pure passers of the football in NFL history, one of the greatest quarterbacks these eyes have ever seen. And I definitely want an Aaron Rodgers rookie in my collection. So that's something that I'm not even close to really sitting down and actively, aggressively going after that right now. Still have so many cards that I want to get before I get to Aaron Rodgers, but that's something eventually I want to circle back around and get. The faster I can get my hands on Murray, Herbert, Burrow, Allen, then the faster I can get to the Wilsons and the Rodgers, and then ultimately number 1 on my list. I have to take care of those other guys first because it's more efficient and cheaper to do it that way. So the guy that's number 1 on the list, I think you can already guess who it is, but in case you haven't, kind of deciphered and did deductive reasoning to figure it out, it's Tom Brady. I want a Tom Brady rookie, and there are actually some really inexpensive boxes that you can purchase that could potentially have a Brady rookie in it. Now, if you want the Brady rookies that are going to change the game, you're going to have to pay a pretty penny for a box that may not net you a Tom Brady, but that's the way the game goes. You know how it is. So I'm eyeballing a few items in that 2000, space. But for me right now, that's not where I want to go. Again, the value of those boxes isn't going to change all that much. You're going to pay what you're going to pay to go back to 2000 and get you a box or two that may have a Tom Brady in it. So I'm not really worried about that. Same with 05. You're going to pay what you're going to pay for an 05 box that may have a Rodgers in it or not. So go ahead and put that to the side. Same with 2012. The value really isn't going to fluctuate that much. It's 2012. You know what it is. You just put that to the side. 18 still has a chance to go up depending on how some of these quarterbacks. If Mayfield starts to take a huge step up, the price of that box then goes up. So I need to get into that 18 and get that Allen and get out. 19, the price of that's probably not going to move too much, but if Murray himself shoots into the stratosphere as a megastar in the NFL, yeah, that price of that box is going to shoot up as well. So I need to get my hands on it. Same thing could be said for Burrow and Herbert and, all of those guys. So I need to make sure that I take care of those guys first. But, man, Brady, it doesn't really matter what kind of rookie it is. He's just one of those players where you just want one. You know, you just want a Brady rookie to say, I got one. And then if you can get, better ones that are a little bit more fancy or a little bit more rare or in demand, then you do that. But just to say I have a Brady rookie is something I want to be able to say. And again, something that I need in my portfolio. I want to diversify my NFL portfolio. It's not as diverse right now as I would like it to be. Right now, my NFL portfolio essentially is standing on the foundation of my Mahomes rookie and my Mayfield and Lamar Jackson rookies. That's it. I really don't have a ton to really write home about from a rookie standpoint. Got some NFL heat, but don't have a ton of NFL rookies that produce heat. So I'm looking to do that. It's not easy by any stretch of the imagination, but it's not impossible either. So anyway, those are my top 5. Well, really, it's like 8, but who's counting, right? Who's keeping count? 7, 8, who cares? Those are the cards I want to add to my collection in the NFL. What are yours? So today I told you we were going to open a 2021 value pack of Elite. So that's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to get into the contents of this pack and see if we can unearth a gem or two in here. Hopefully we can. I'm not holding my breath though, but you never know, right? So get the kid reporter out of the way, and we start with a CD Lamb. Base, thanks for coming. Russell Wilson. Base for Russ. Thanks for coming. Come on, Bit. Come on. Focus. You got to see that it's Russ. Darius Leonard. The Maniac. Base, thanks for coming. Brett Favre. Base. Thanks for coming. Alvin Kamara. Base. Thanks for coming. We should be looking for pink parallels in here. Speaking of Josh Allen and his rookie and wanting to get one, there's the quarterback himself. Josh Allen. Base. Thanks for coming. Dan Marino. Base. Thanks for coming. Ben Roethlisberger. Base. Thanks for coming. Probably got to cover up my mug. Mark Brunell. Base. Thanks for coming. Terry Bradshaw. Base. Thanks for coming. Henry Ruggs III. Base. Thanks for coming. Teddy Bridgewater, who won the starting job in Denver and was very impressive in week 1. Base. Let's see if that helps. Yep, that's better. Base, thanks for coming. Get my hands out of the way. Justin Tucker, arguably the greatest kicker in NFL history. Base, thanks for coming. Derek Carr. Base, thanks for coming. Star status, Aaron Donald. That's an insert. We'll throw him off to the side. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Base, pink, parallel, rookie. So we'll throw that one off to the side. John Elway, pink parallel. We're good. Thanks, John, for coming. Kyler Murray. Base. Thanks for coming. Keenan Allen. Base. Thanks for coming. David Montgomery. Base, thanks for coming. Joe Namath. Base, thanks for coming. Justin Herbert. Base, thanks for coming. Miles Garrett. Base, thanks for coming. Stephon Diggs. Base, thanks for coming. TJ Watt. Base, thanks for coming. Terry McLaurin. Base. Throw him off to the side. That's my guy. Travis Kelce. Base. Brother Kelster. Julio Jones. Julio! Base. And Brian Dawkins, base. And Nick Chubb to finish up, base. Thanks for coming. So, really, no real heat. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, pink parallel rookie, and insert of Aaron Donald star status are your two significant hits out of the pack. So that's going to do it for me, your man Louie T. Thank you for joining me here on another installment of the Card Collector Series podcast. I look forward to joining you next time when we will open up another pack and have another topic to discuss. Until then, I am your man Louie T, reminding you that it's hunting season. It never ends, especially here on the Card Collector Series. Do me a huge solid and hit the like button if you haven't already done so. Subscribe to the Card Collector Series and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Until next time, I'm your man Louie T. Have a good one.
Louie T Network.